Scott Simpson.
I move that the question be now put.
Ian Lees-Galloway.
I would like to start by taking a slightly different tack than other members on this side have made, and that is actually to, I'm going to quote Dr. Don Brash. And I'm actually, and in parts I'm going to quote him. In parts I'm going to quote him favourably, which is a little bit concerning. But no, why I want to quote Dr. Don Brash is in 2011 he came to Palmerston North. He had a look at one of our schools. Then he went back to Wellington and he gave a speech, which actually most of the speech was a load of old rot because it was about his privatisation agenda for schools. But he referred to Tutor School in Palmerston North. And before he got onto Tutor, he was talking about the Swedish free schools. And he waxed lyrical about the number of free schools that developed after the legislation was changed to allow them, and he talked about how popular they were and how many of them they were. Interestingly, he didn't talk about the metrics around educational success and educational outcome. He was more talking about the politics of how popular they were. But then he went on to say this. He said, such schools have already proven they can work in New Zealand. And he cited Tutor in Palmerston North, which is operated by a charitable trust, though funded by the government, and has since 2005 been taking on Māori children written off by the state system. Those are Don Brash's words, not mine. The school emphasises Māori culture, sports and academic excellence. The results are impressive. Not only are those who were previously failing school now going on to tertiary education, but in 2009, this school of just 30 students won the National Secondary Schools Netball Championships. So, what is Tutor? Well, Tutor is an education initiative based at Massey University. There's currently 103 students there. And it's a joint initiative between the Tutor Charitable Trust, Te Wānanga o Aotearoa and the Ministry of Education. Are we seeing some familiar things here? It's run by a charitable trust. It's a partnership with the Ministry of Education. It's focused on sport. So to get in there, you've actually got to have an interest in sport. You've got to take up a sport. It's based in Palmerston North at Massey University. The curriculum delivery is multimodal. They work in partnership with the correspondence school, providing direct resources in areas such as chemistry, English, health and physical education, ICT, mathematics, physics, te reo Māori, te reo rangatira, STAR and gateway delivery. That's all done by personnel at Tutor. It's a blend of text, online and face-to-face learning. All students have individualised plans that reflect their broad career aspirations and needs. Individual plans assist in maintaining a positive blend between students' academic and sporting career pathways. Students' individual plans are reviewed 3 weekly to ensure they are living documents focused on students' short, medium and long-term outcomes. Which all sounds like exactly what this charter schools program is supposed to be about. And that's why I would like Nikki Kay to get up and tell the House what the dickens we need this legislation for. It's already happening in New Zealand. Our education system is already flexible enough. What is it about Tutor that Nikki Kay doesn't like? What is it that Tutor is not producing right now that means we need to change the legislation so that we can bring in Don Brash's and nothing. Nikki Kay just said nothing. We don't need to change the legislation because we've already got exactly what this legislation purports to be about. So here we've got to the heart of the argument. There is absolutely no need for this legislation unless the government wants to implement the rest of the substance of Don Brash's speech that day, which was about his agenda to privatise the education system and to have schools that take public money, taxpayers' money, to make a profit for businesses. That is the only thing that the Tutor model doesn't do that this legislation will allow, Mr. Chair. And so I want to hear, what is it that the government is trying to achieve? What is it that our education system does not already deliver? What options are not already there? If we've got Tutor and examples like it all around the country, what is it that this legislation is trying to achieve? Because, sir, as in Don Brash's own words, we already have the model in New Zealand. It's already there. We have a flexible system, one of the most flexible education systems in New Zealand. Tutor does teach to the curriculum. That's another problem. Tutor does teach to the curriculum. Maybe that's the problem with it, sir.
David Clark.
Here. Thank